All right, welcome Loco sports fans to the Loco Hoops Report Friday night edition, and we're coming in hot. I don't know about you, Wes. I'm coming in hot. I only can stay till halftime of the boys' game at Battery Creek because it was already time to come home and go live. So if anybody's at the game and they're able to hit us with a final score when that one goes final, please do. As far as that goes, hit us with scores. We don't know yet, or I don't. I haven't been able to research them at all. I'll be doing it as we go here as others talk. But I am, of course, Justin Jarrett. He's Wes Kerr. We're going to have other friends stopping by to talk hoops with us tonight because it was a busy slate, Wes. So HHCA Calvary girls got scrapped, right? But you ended up at Hilton Head Prep Bluffton boys?
Prep Bluffton, yeah, there was no girls game for Prep Bluffton as well. So just the boys, and really impressive stuff by the Dolphins. They win it 41-28, and this was a close one into the second half. But man, Connor Campbell and the Dolphins, they came to play. Absolutely tremendous job working the ball around, and some high-powered defense late to keep them separated from a Bluffton team that certainly looked pretty solid most of the game. Just some missed shots, a couple turnovers in that second half. They were right with them in the first half, but Hilton Prep a little bit more polished and a bit more efficient on both ends of the floor. 15 points for Cam to lead the way, and then Jason Ritchie was a beast, getting some points in paint and also rebounding. Finished up with 8 boards on the night alongside his 11 points. So a very productive night from Ritchie. So I'm really excited to see what Hilton Head Prep can do in this Skeeza 3A, because I think a lot of us I think that the coming into the season, all the hype was going to Hilton Head Christian Academy because of who they're coming back. But you can't sleep on this Hilton Head Prep team and that core that they have with Ritchie really becoming a dominant post player and big man. And Ben Fry also was really noticeable, by the way. He was able to find open teammates with his passing. He also picked up a couple of points early and secured a few boards. But Fry's really settling in, and that's someone who they could really rely on a little more this year. So really strong performance by Prep on the road against a Bluffton team that's really growing in the right direction heading into region play.
Yeah, we've got some weird transitive property stuff happening right now because you got, Hilton Head Prep beat Bluffton, which beat Hampton County, which beat Whale Branch, which played Beaufort High tonight. And I'm sure Javon and Tristan will probably be joining us to talk more about it later on. But I did watch the end of it on the way home, and I think it's worth taking a look at here, folks. If I can get my computer to cooperate and play it for you. It was a pretty good finish. Let's hear Javon and them. KJ ties it up. We got a minute to play, all tied up. We're going to be watching this for a little while.
He's only got one foul here tonight, so he can kind of play as aggressive as he wants here in the final minute. Tie game, Cleckley.
Oh, good look.
Yes. Oh,
what a great look by Cleckley.
And out of bounds will be Well Branch ball.
This is not live. This did already happen, but if you haven't seen it yet, it's plausibly live to you. No spoilers.
To right.
I don't know how the game was being called, but
Beaufort,
it's a little ticky-tack.
Right to the line as Well Branch is now. He in the bonus.
Got Curly, though. He's usually pretty reliable. I was introduced to a new official tonight who, yeah, it was rough.
Which is dangerous timing for Beaufort High, considering they only had 2 fouls just a moment ago, and they racked those up quickly now. Both teams are in the bonus, so they got to be careful. But LeRon Wright misses the first free throw.
Make coaches crazy, man. Missing free throws.
with 30 seconds left. Beaufort High can win the game on a shot, but 30 seconds is a long time in basketball.
Oh,
He makes
one.
the second, and a timeout. Coach
All right.
Faber, both coaches exhausted
We will.
their timeouts here tonight.
Oops. I can't use that feature on here. We'll skip a little. We'll skip through the timeouts. This is the great thing about the tape delayed situation here. And get right to the action.
30 seconds in a rolling right up front. I believe he's only got 2 fouls on the night. Cleckley driving.
Man.
The lane, finger roll, no good. Getting tied up for
Dude, I like Cleckley though. He's fearless. He goes in there and he can find somebody.
Up by 1, 18.
All right, so Whale Branch up by 1. Time ticking down.
Inbounds the right.
Samari Bonds. Samari
Wow,
Bonds.
Samari, my God.
And Bonds has a
Out of
chance
nowhere.
to tie or to win the
I know the
game.
Mamba
He
is already
going
taken,
to
but
the
it feels right with
line.
him sometimes.
I'm the mentality.
He's some sort of a snake. He's slippery, man. When you
Really?
least expect him, there he is. Oh no!
No, and this is the first.
Oh no!
Oh, boy.
See, this is worth watching.
Yeah,
Living
Come on.
through it.
it's gonna happen here.
And we got
Three for the tie.
overtime game of the season.
Oh, he gets
He
the soft
makes it.
roll.
We got
For
a
all.
game, folks.
Well, bro.
Oh no! Cleckley with the steal.
Foul. To the
This guy
line,
is
Cleckley.
he's becoming a legend right here in the
Oh,
final
my
minute of
God.
this game.
We have a finisher here tonight.
See why I wanted to show this up top? This is fun. There's Bob Sopoli on the baseline getting the shots. Island News.
And he misses the
Oh.
first. He's been
Man.
good all night here.
Oh.
And that's what pressure builds, folks. Pressure builds you up, man.
Pressure bust
Pressure
pipes.
burst pipes. Here's Cleckley. He missed the
Me and
first.
Javon
Trying
on the
to
same
make a
page
second.
there.
This could possibly be the game winner. He makes
Rolls
the
it
second.
in. Calmly rolls it in.
And here comes a time
9
out by
seconds.
Coach Huff to
All
go
right,
off
so
their defensive game plan here in the final minutes.
skip ahead.
Skip just a little bit forward.
Yeah. Although fun to see the cheerleaders. Band was rocking at Battery Creek tonight.
Jenkins
Love
set
that.
for the inbound.
Look at Sofily, Johnny on the spot. Who's he shooting right now, though? Who are you shooting, Bob?
Both teams in the
Any day
bonus
now,
game.
fellas.
Beaufort High has been aggressive. They got the lead, but you got to be aggressive. Getting well branched to the line.
Oh, we have a dispute.
Run the play in, seconds here.
All right, here we go.
Ready?
Inbounds to Chisholm.
Ooh.
They try to get it to Gilbert.
Oh!
Block.
He gets it to Cleckley.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Beaufort.
And we got a whistle.
What was the
Oh.
I don't know. Did he travel?
And I believe it was a travel.
I think he did travel. I think
I'm not sure exactly
Travel there gives
what it
Whalebridge
was,
the
but
inbounds
they
with
got
1
another
second.
shot, 3 seconds.
gotta look at it.
Oh,
I think bounced on the rim so many times, dude. So many times. Robbie B joins us. Robbie B, did you just see this Whale Branch Beaufort finish?
No, I did not, fellas. What's going on?
Right. Oh man, it was a wild one, but we'll just run it back to the last shot right here for you. Look at this.
The shot is up. And
Oh.
Oh.
And Beaufort wins.
Wow.
That was after Beaufort got fouled
Crazy.
twice in the last 11 seconds or whatever to
Crazy.
It was a bananas finish. So
Wow,
that was good
wow,
games.
wow. So now that brings in that. I don't think I've properly considered Beaufort this year.
I don't
What
think
do
any of this truly
Yeah,
had.
so like what does that look what is that looking like to take out Whale Branch like that? Because we know what they look like.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a really good win. It's a really, really scrappy win. And the Cleckley kid, we just watched a good bit. We watched the last minute 10 before you got in. But the Cleckley kid, the little point guard, he's a gamer. He's the gamer, man. He came up big down the stretch and made some plays. And Samari always comes up with a steal late. We can't use Mamba, but he's something like a Mamba.
Yes.
He got a steal late and then made 1 out of 2 to tie it, and then Cleckley stole the inbounds and made 1 out of 2 for the lead, and then you saw the last shot for Whale Branch. It was a wild one. Good game, fun game. Glad that Javon and them were there. So where'd you go tonight, Robbie? Did you go over to the Holy Trinity Dome?
I did. That's a nice
Mighty Lion Dome.
You know what's funny is that's a very new
Beautiful,
facility.
right?
That's it's really quite nice, and it's so they've done good work over there. I'm not sure that you would properly consider them a basketball school as of yet, but I went over. My kid plays with the cross girls team, and that was a non-competitive game, but it was. It was well attended, it was loud, and it was a good environment. And like for the most part, everyone played really hard, and it was fun. And it was a good night out on the town. I think the Cross boys won as well by not quite as much, but definitely double digits. So, it was good. And I'm trying to catch up on scores right now, to be quite honest. So
yeah, we are too, quite frankly, because I got in late because I only made it to halftime of the boys at Battery Creek, and I had to bail for the show. But it was Donnybrook at halftime. It was live.
And then, on my side, H2 girls, I had 5 in one game tonight. So the actual updates I'm getting from that one over in Georgia are like every different mom and dad and pictures, and I think all 5 of them are on the court together. I've got it framed, and it's been a wild back and forth, right? But I'm trying to catch up, like I said.
Yeah, it's been a wild night. It feels like already.
So run it back. What do you guys have on the books in terms of finals so far?
I've got Battery Creek girls 45-41 over Ridgeland-Hardeeville. I've got some video of the finish of that I also put on Instagram. It was 29-25 at halftime, Battery Creek boys, and then Beaufort 55-54 boys over Whale. Hilton Head Prep boys 41-28 over Bluffton. West was at that one.
Wow. So Prep boys beat Bluffton.
Yeah, sure Prep beat Bluffton, and it was pretty convincing. They were the better team for most of that second half. And
I mean, did you tell me they just scored 28 points in the game?
Yeah.
Connor Campbell put on an absolute show. I mean, with the ball
Prep defense travels.
Made a nice corner 3. He was cash money tonight, and so was Jason Britchie. So was that defense that really, packed the paint, did a good job of holding down Bluffton. They were able to make a couple drives to rim, and foul shooting wasn't as good as we saw on Tuesday, and just weren't able to hit enough shots in that second half. And credit to what Hilton Prep did, just really digging in defensively and picking up some stops, scrapping on the boards, getting some steals. And that offense, methodical as it is, Bluffton made a challenge with a couple of presses in that second half, but Bobcats, eventually unable to get the stops that they needed. And Connor Campbell, what a versatile offensive playmaker he's become. Richie's been a nice guy to have in the paint, a good rebounder. Ben Fry, I think, is someone who I really want to see take that next leap. And he made a nice behind-the-back pass to set up a 3, which didn't go. But that's a pretty nice passing display from him. And They got some good role players as well. So I think Hilton Head Prep, it's obviously it's early in the season, but that's a quality win over Bluffton, in my opinion. But how do you see Hilton Head Prep stacking up in Skeeza 3A compared to the other Loco teams in Skeeza?
I mean,
Oh wow! You know what's funny?
Now.
Yeah, they look pretty good right now. And then they had a couple new kids come in, that were going to fill roles at the very least that I had heard about. Connor's obviously, Connor and Courtney, right? And
he's just a great athlete and a great competitor.
He's
is
just wonderful baseball player, right? And, Courtney's only averaging a cool 30 right now. So like when you look at it, I don't think there's too much I'm not expecting out of the Campbell family any given night. But at the same time, Jason Britsky's a kid who's gone hard for a really long time, and you love to see him get, shine. And you love to see him. He went out this year. He played with one of the, the better big shots franchise teams and did well out on the circuit. And he's always gone really hard. He's a respectful young man. And it's good to see him contribute in that way. I think what's super interesting is, they're clearly buying into that system, right? And if you're ahead like I am, at the end of the day, like the Princeton is something that's, beautiful mind stuff. If you think about it in those terms, they're starting to buy in and execute on it, and that is with kids at that IQ level, and they're going to be a little bit of a problem. And then I want to juxtapose that with what happened with Woodville and Hilton Head Christian, right? Where I actually thought
that was a game in the 40s, which is the kind of game that Prep wants to play.
Yeah, and beyond that, I think the kind of, and I could be wrong here, I think kind of the thought process going in was that Woodville graduated a bunch, and Christian's on top of their game. Caden's back, all that sort of stuff, and then they still took a little bit of an L. It was like a 4-point loss or something like that. But now you're looking at Prep stepping up versus Bluffton. Hilton Head Christian kind of losing one that maybe was a winnable. That's just interesting in the area, right? And JP is way more competitive than they've been in the last several years.
Way more, for sure.
Yes. So I mean, they've got good kids there right now. They've added some size, and certainly some skill and playmaking in the backcourt. So this is as even as it's been for several years. It's interesting. These are good games coming up. When we get back in the area. So it's hard to tell what's out there statewide right now in 3A. But I know this. We've got two of the best, right? Like they were in the finals last year, and good Lord, if Prep is executing at the level that it sounds like they are, well. And also, here's the thing: they've had a couple hidden kids. I mentioned this last pod on the back of the bench for. They've been deep. They've been deep for several years, where it's actually been like that discussion, like amongst parents and families, and why does my kid not play? Because he's good, and it's true. They were pretty good. And for several years, they've been like the best local private JV because they just are backloaded a little bit. So anyway, we'll see how it plays out, but good win tonight.
Right? Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. We got Javon Livingston in the green room, so we'll get him in here from Beaufort's own. Man, you had a Donnybrook. Wow. We watched the last minute 10 of it earlier in the show. We watched the last bit of the boys' game. It was a wild finish over there, and I saw the girls' final 30-25 Beaufort. So a couple of really good games over there at Beaufort High tonight.
I was definitely excited, and it was great to be recording that game. And that's you always love the excitement. We're all sports fans in here, so we all love games that go to the wire. So it's interesting for something else to talk about, man. But it was a great environment. I was excited to see that game. You know what I'm saying? Some new players on the court for Beaufort High, and I was excited to see them in competitive because that's what I thought I was going to see at the Errol Campbell, but Beaufort High wasn't there. They went up Charleston way, so to see them guys to play and go at it again, because last year there were some good games, and I saw what Well Branch was capable of, and Beaufort did a good job of eliminating some of the things that I thought were going to happen, and Coach Huff has just proven to be a heck of a coach time in and time out. So.
Yeah, Javon, tell me more about what you saw at that barn burner of a game over there on this night, because my God, I mean, it had everything. Those last few minutes, a couple of electric steals, Samari Bonds. That dude is we said we mentioned the Mamba mentality. Do you agree with the assessment?
Yeah, he's definitely the fiery guy, and I don't want to. I'm a big I'm a LeBron guy, but I like Kobe a lot, so I don't want to say Mamba mentality. But if you want to give him a really tenacious Patrick Beverly, you can give you can give him that for sure. He's really he takes that 3-and-D to the next level, to the point where he's starting in that role and he's always up front, and then those long arms of his just get into the way, man. And he did it last year, getting a steal at the end of the game to win and getting the bucket. And, he did it again. So it was just crazy.
Just letting this roll for anybody who missed it earlier, but definitely interesting to see this finish again, because Robbie missed it. But the Cleckley kid is who really impressed me in this last minute of the game. Wow, here he is with the ball. And he just that is such a great find. They didn't convert it, but wow, that is such a good find.
Instincts right there in the clutch.
And that's one of the few times that's happened. Usually they finish that throughout the game, but surprisingly it was the other way. I was excited to see Gregory Gilbert, and there was a couple of times where they dropped some balls off to him just like that, and he just wasn't hand-eye coordination to be able to finish those plays. So there's like 6 points left on the board that Well Branch could have had.
Oh, I saw a rough one. Tonight. I saw a girl get a rebound off a missed free throw and put it up and in the wrong bucket.
Oh man,
bad feeling. Bad feeling.
Oh wow!
Knew it immediately too. Oh wow, we're hearing Tony O'Banner had 41 tonight against Coastal Homeschool.
Basketball.
Oh wow!
The Ridgeland does the Ridgeland Basketball Report have a final from Battery Creek, Ridgeland-Hardeeville? That was a high game.
I was interested in that game too as well, man. But always the local games on this side versus Well Branch. I know
it was 9:20 at halftime. I had to bail out.
Which way?
9:25. It was
9:25 at halftime.
No, it was 9:25 p.m. at halftime. I had to bail. It was 29:25 or 29:24 at halftime in favor of Battery Creek.
Halftime was at 9:30. Jesus.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And I'm telling you, they weren't calling anything in that girls' game either. If they had been, it'd be going till midnight tonight, because it was a street fight.
Oh my God!
It was brutal out there.
Yeah. But Cleckley, like you said, you mentioned how impressive Cleckley was. I was impressed by him too. In the first 2 games, because I noticed he made the all tournament team at that preseason tournament that they went to. So I was trying to figure out who he was.
But that's a good take.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good take. I like it, man. He's fearless. He gets in there and mixes it up.
Yeah, that's some hard-nosed basketball.
And I like seeing. I like him on the defensive side too. You know what I'm saying? Height dependent, but he's up there, and him and Samari. You see,
look at Samari. Samari with the swipe. Gosh, how many times have you seen him come up with a steal in the last seconds of the game when you think they're done, and he comes up with the steal out of nowhere? So many times.
Well, the thing I liked that I saw tonight from Samari too was that he's did a real good job of not being as volatile as he was early on last season. He's kind of controlled it. You can trust him on defense. He no arid, crazy passes.
Well,
I mean,
he
one or
was
two is going to happen. But,
he was kind of out of control against Ashby Ridge, right? He had like 11 turnovers and fouled out. Like he's just got to rein it in a little bit. I mean, part of that might just be transitioning from football mentality to basketball mentality a little bit, but he makes the second one. And then Cleckley. Oh, I love Cleckley. He's awesome. Oh, we got 63-54 Ridgeland with 1:35 left.
Oh, man.
Appreciate the updates.
Yeah, that was good.
You want me to hit you with the link and you can get in here and stream it live to us?
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get a little Facebook Live or a little live going here. I'm hitting it. I'm throwing the link in the comments. You can come in the studio.
They're on the bone.
Identify yourself. Give me a straight live link. All right, so my man Cleckley, ice cold. Second one.
Ooh, ice cold.
But they still got a look, man. Like it's crazy how this game ends. It's crazy how this game ends. It's just crazy how many things happen in the last few seconds of this game.
But those the calls for Well Branch too.
It's a good look too. I like the jersey look for the cheerleaders.
Yeah,
you said what?
I like the cheerleaders. I like that look. It's a different look. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess those are classes.
I want to say I know I saw somebody with Savarese on the back, and I was the volleyball coach, but I didn't catch all of them, so I don't really know what was the meaning of the jerseys tonight. But they could just be class numbers too, as well.
That's what I was guessing.
Yeah, that might make sense because a lot of 24s and 25s.
Yeah, 27s. Yeah, makes sense to me. I like it though. It's a different look, but it's a good look.
Sure.
The cheerleaders were hype at Battery Creek, both Ridgeland and Battery Creek. Their cheerleaders really bring it. They were fantastic. Really great environment. Here we go. Oh! But then
and Newton's been great. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Similar build. You can't replace Dennison, but
he looked like him right there stepping into that passing lane, didn't he?
Newton made some plays, you know what I'm saying, as far as getting the ball, and he, you know what I'm saying, he's catching that. They dump that ball off to him. He makes it. So
I like the Blackman kid in the post too. He's got some nice post skills. Oh, great look.
Oh, wow.
Bounced on it so many times.
Yeah.
Times.
Look at Samari.
Samari's just dripping with swag. I love it.
Yeah, man.
He really is.
When he learns how to channel it, it's pretty special when he channels it. Looking forward to an update on that final from that Battery Creek game. But that's a good rally from the Jags in the second half. They were getting a little frustrated in the first half, just not getting shots to fall. Yeah, just not getting shots to fall. I like the Mathis kid though. He's not as tall as I thought he was, Elijah, but he's electric. Final 63-58. That's a nice win for the Jags, I believe, because I think Battery Creek's pretty decent. I think they're going to be all right. What's the big kid, number 10? He's pretty nice. For Creek?
Shoot, I would have to look at my phone real quick.
Yeah, I'm about to look up their roster, but he had a couple nice buckets tonight. He was strong in the post. I like Ponce Capers for Ridgeland.
Ponce's nice.
He was kind of forcing it early, but once he settled in, I like Ethan. He's a big, strong kid inside. I was impressed.
I think he got the dunk in the middle of the game too. They got it out to him, and Ethan Cox got the dunk during the game.
Nice. I didn't get video of it, but I got some great photos of a Malik Aquamina dunk tonight. He threw one down. It was pretty nice for Ridgeland. That Ridgeland team's got a lot of parts. And they play good defense. They get out in the lanes. They got Ponce's really long. Winston Smith's just a really good little point guard, leader guy. They got some nice pieces. I think they might be. Them and Hampton's going to be fun. That'll be a battle.
Yeah, I don't got that one. I got marked on here. Battery Creek versus Hampton on here.
Oh, very nice.
That'll be fun too.
Yeah, that'll definitely be fun.
Yeah, that will definitely be fun. There was a lot of trash talking going on tonight for sure, between Creek and Ridgeland, but like good-hearted trash talk. Just fun, just good fun. Smack talk.
Here for it. For it.
Yeah, 100%. The environment was amazing.
I'm just glad whoever was behind me during the girls' game was there for the girls' game, because I couldn't imagine him doing the boys' game. He was, me. I'm at Beaufort High. I'm on the second level, so he's at the top of the bleachers on the second level, and he's yelling loud to the point where I can hear him in my headphones, like not just like hear him through the it was coming through the mic. It was the audio from my mic, like I could hear him. Like, I'm like, oh man, that means they can hear it in the live stream. I'm like, dude, you gotta calm down. But he was but yeah, he was going at it, man. At every single call, he was upset. Every single.
That's
life is a parent.
Yeah.
All right, I got some other scores here. Okay. I got I know Allendale girls beat Hampton. Hampton boys beat Allendale. Don't have scores. Cathedral 46, Patrick Henry 39 girls, and then Cathedral boys 68, Patrick Henry 45.
Hold on, go back on that again. What was the girls' score on Cathedral, Patrick?
It was 46-39 Cathedral. So that's competitive against Cathedral, which split with JP2, correct?
I know that JP2 won the last one. There was that first game that we discussed that was on the schedule, not on the schedule, or what?
Yeah, it ended up on the schedule, and they lost that, but then they beat them in the rematch. So that gives us some kind of an idea about Patrick Henry, at least.
Well, that's a better result than they had versus Prep, right?
Right, which was bad. Yeah, like they lost by 20. Bad.
Yeah, but Preps now give the Prep girls some love. Like they're like 1, 2, or 3 in a row, which is
really.
I mean, obvious. Yeah.
They played that many? I didn't even realize they played.
They won tonight versus the Southeastern.
Non-varsity opponent.
The non-varsity.
They beat the non-varsity opponent. NVO.
And don't get lost on NVO. They'll get at you. But
you don't want to lose to NVO. That's a bad
no, you know what? That squad serves its purpose, and they definitely they're not actually they're long. They just don't have any guards that are gonna get you buckets, right? So I've seen NVO up close, my friends. There's no going back now.
But you have not seen this. Did you see the Swamp Rabbits? Did you stick around for the boys' game the other night?
Yeah, I did stick around for the Swamp Rabbits the other night. Okay. And you know what? No matter what happens there, they win the mascot award, right?
100%. Every time.
But Courtney tonight triple-doubled for Prep, which is, she did
NVO or not, double. That's nice.
Yeah, so now you got the Campbell combo, right? Right. So that's what we were talking about earlier. But yeah, so they officially won and she triple-doubled. So that's my contribution, my friends.
I don't know who the Ridgeland basketball report is, but we need to get you involved in here in the Loco report.
They let the last couple of minutes roll by, man. They're supposed to go live for that.
I mean, we was trying to get them up in here, but it's all right. But nice one over there for the Jags. We got some good ones tomorrow. We got Colleton is hosting Hampton. That one's fun. Another little crossover game with JP2 at Battery Creek, which is kind of interesting.
I'll be there.
Yeah, you got that one, right? JP2 Battery Creek. Nice.
Is that girls as well?
Yeah, both. Double dip.
That's an interesting.
Facing.
It is. I like it.
Yeah.
Now, you guys, have we discussed the Linda Young situation?
No, you informed me about that. That's terrible. You said torn
Well,
ACL.
I had heard from a few folks that she's been on crutches for a good portion of the last several weeks.
Right. I knew she was injured. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't, and of course, I got actually, it was Wells who I was talking to earlier, and Will. So all those good fellas. So
Yeah.
they're pretty tapped in. But either way, yeah. So the game tomorrow, Richmond Hill just came off. Wow, they're like 4-5-1, and they're coming in against Hilton Head, on the girls' side anyway, who were down Linda Young at least for some period of time. So you would have to.
Yeah.
It is certainly unfortunate,
It's
because
tough.
she was playing really well, man. Playing really well.
Girls and non-contact knee injuries, man. It's just
those are always killer.
It's a literal epidemic.
it's a thing. Like it's a thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And
It's
we've
terrible.
seen it too much. We saw with Maddie several years ago, right?
Well, I mean, Brittany Pacifico, who's now assistant soccer coach at Bluffton High School, played at
Right.
USCB. She did hers 3 years in a row in preseason training, or two in preseason training, I think, and once in the season, and that was the last one. But yeah, man, it's just like something about. I actually researched it at one point from a newspaper article, but it's like a thing to do with the way the knee joint is designed in women,
Right.
and that intercondylar notch, and
Right.
it's a nightmare, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
All you can do is strengthen it and hope for the best. But
Well, hopefully that's not 100% the case, but at this point, certainly that hampers sort of what Hilton Head is capable of doing over the long haul, and certainly against Richmond Hill
Changes
tomorrow,
everything.
which is sort of rolling right now. Richmond Hill's on the girls' side's rolling, so that's a good game. But that's certainly one of the more competitive games you're going to see in the area, no matter what, because kids like Deja Godson have been playing well.
They still got some.
Yeah.
They still some.
Yeah,
some
I've always oh gosh, what's her volleyball player now is their center. She's so quick. Oh,
I know who you're talking about.
total difference maker. She actually had a
Roten. Was that her name?
no.
What's this girl's name?
No, I forget her name, but she's
We're getting old. We're getting old, Robbie.
Yeah, man.
Sitting around trying to remember people's names.
Yeah. She's
Okay.
you know what though? She's a wonderful player in the sense of her activity, and she's very quick, and she's like a double hopper. She gets off the ground twice before you get off once. So we'll see. But a lot's gonna come down to what we're considered sort of periphery or role kids now. But
are you talking about Cece?
no.
easy.
Okay, there's a girl named Cece who's big. It says she's a power forward. So I was just guessing.
It says. Is that Max?
You said Leah. Yeah, you said Leah Jackson. You like Leah Jackson?
It's Leah Jackson. It's Leah Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, Leah Jackson, and again, she's one of those.
I'm glad we solved that mystery.
But hold on. So full circle, Justin. She blew out her knee a couple years ago.
That's right. You
And
told us
she's-
about that.
And she's, I think she's a fairly elite sand volleyball player, like 2-man.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's a growing sport. That's a growing sport at the college ranks.
It's incredible. It's incredibly hard. I wandered onto an event at Tiki Hut several years ago.
Oh, bro, it's so hard.
It's
Have
so
you ever
hard.
tried to jump in sand? Like just walking in sand sucks. Jumping in sand is horrible.
Those events are great, man. Those matches are incredible.
Sand volleyball is fun, dude.
It is.
No, I don't have no JV scores, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
we do.
about them next year.
When I was in college at Coastal, they had some sand volleyball courts right in the middle of the dorms, right there, like everyone, and we'd load it up. We'd just be just as full as the basketball court.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've played a few times. When I was at college as well. It's a fun, variation of volleyball. Obviously it's smaller court. You don't have as many teammates, and it's a good hangout kind of. It's it's
Talking beach volleyball in the Loco Hoops Report. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You just never know. You never know.
But hey, I should shout out.
Idea. Get all the sports reporters together.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. We can all reenact Top Gun. But I gotta shout out some sponsors. We're 40 minutes deep. I haven't even shouted out my wife, Megan Jarrett, the official realtor of LowcoSports and our lead MVP sponsor. She's actually still out. She and the kids. We started the night over at some friend's house, and then I went and covered 2 basketball games and came home, and they still out. So the official realtor's having a good night tonight. But if you need her to help you find a house in the Loco, hit us up, and we'll get started, help you find your spot in the Loco. And when we do, we'll call on homegrown home inspections to look it over for you, make sure it's a great investment. My guy, Jan Lucas, and his team provide great expertise and customer service to every home inspection. They'll be your eyes and ears until move-in day, and then we'll sign the papers with Mickelson Law Firm, where Megan had a client close today. Woo! So Mickelson Law Firm, the official real estate closing attorney of LowcoSports, our original sponsors, and we love Ryan and Tiffany and their team over there. They can help you with all your legal needs and hospice care of the Low Country. Just talked to James Disman tonight, the CEO, great guy, and they are doing great things in our community, hospice and palliative care, as well as free grief counseling, because at Hospice Care of the Low Country, Robbie, you love it. It's not about dying. It's about living. Those are our MVP sponsors. What you want to talk about, fellas? What else you want to talk about? Hello?
Yeah, I'm
I feel like you went to sleep there for a second, man.
Everybody did.
He's napping. My bad. I'm multimedia in right now, both ways. I'm sorry.
I know, me too. I'm trying to get somebody else to talk so I can look up more scores.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do is look up scores right now. But you know what? So I'm going to implore coaches to report more regularly, more often, quicker.
Yes.
On kind of
platform.
Max preps, por favor.
For sure, because even on the kids side, like some of these kids are coming up on games and they don't even know what the record is of the opponent they're playing or who they've beaten, or like it's crazy.
Oh my God.
Like who's even on the team. I wanted to shout out Bridges Prep Girls.
Yeah, got the dub last night.
That's right. They got themselves a W. It's been lean over the last several years. But Michaela Lott, so like I want to give her a big shout out. She came out to a lot of our stuff all fall. And that takes a lot of guts, right? And she has shown growth and development and all the stuff you love to see, but mostly she shows a lot of heart. She came out and really competed with our kids, and and it's coming together for her, in her high school season, and that's what you want to see. So she had a 24-point game in their win last night.
24, 4 steals, and they won 35-30. So she had a Courtney night.
Yeah, where you're 65% of your 75% of your team's offense. So
Ashley Jacobs did have 11 boards though, so that's nice. Okay. Yeah. Bridges boys won big, 80-39. Team also beat Carleton. They beat Carleton County and Carleton Prep.
So I'll also give you another little a tidbit here. Allendale Hampton girls tonight, right? So that's one of those Civil Wars.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah. So what you got there is you got Trin, right? Trinity Michael, who's 2024 for H2, who's got multiple offers and is maybe 6 foot, and
she's a beast.
Yeah, strong as an ox, and several year All-State in 1A. And then now you got Hampton, which is obviously we've been through that storyline, but then you got Lyric there, right? And they're cousins. So Trin and Lyric are cousins, as is Maya Hutchinson, who is all at Hilton Head Christian. They're all
Right.
related. So in
Right.
some way, shape, or form. So that's always fun when you get out there and
I
go
love it.
against your cousin, right?
Love it.
But
Love it.
yeah. So who got that win there? Allendale?
Allendale girls. Yeah. Hampton boys.
Yeah, it makes sense. All the sense in the world, right?
I wonder if, man, I wish that, you know who we should get in here? We should get Huff in here.
He would be a good one.
That'd be awesome. Him and his passion at the end of the game there with the interview.
Actually, we could just watch Tristan's interview with him. That was pretty
that
good.
works too.
Let me
It's a little,
get it up
little
there.
crackly for the first 10 seconds and it smooths out.
Yeah, because I started to watch it and then I got home, so I
I got to get a new capture card for some reason. That's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw you were having issues tonight with your something. You said.
Well, I upgraded my router and it's overheating. It keeps overheating, and so when it overheats, it kind of dips the internet and it drops. So
I know how that updating thing can go at times. You upgraded it, and now it doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm in a beef. I'm in a beef with them right now with AT&T, man.
Yeah. You ever heard the taking on City Hall?
Who it?
What adjustments did you make out of halftime in order to win this game?
You know, I mean, I think I was telling you when we came out of the half, I felt like we were beating ourselves. We just weren't putting the ball in the basket, missed some free throws.
Will Smith,
we had
Big Willie style.
At halftime. So we just tried to focus on that, tried to pick it up on the defensive end. And these guys just showed a heck of a lot of heart tonight. I couldn't be more proud of them right now.
All right, what players do you think stood out in the second half in order for you guys to get this win?
Oh, wow. I mean, it was a team effort for sure. Samari stepped up. Amani Cleckley stepped up. A.J. Newton. Garen does what he does day in and day out. Dondre Blunt come in, gave us some points and some minutes there. Naheem played great. It was just all 12 guys.
All right, Coach, I'll let you go enjoy this one with your team.
Thank you.
I bet Huff was so sweaty.
Yeah.
He had to be so sweaty.
Huff's
That dude sweats. That dude
typical
sweats
team
so
coach.
much.
Yeah.
Gary Williams.
Ridgeland against Allendale on Monday.
Monday.
I probably won't be there because I think I'm probably gonna check out BA against Bridges.
Nice.
That's
I
a
know.
BA
Like BA girls basketball, I have no earthly idea outside of Kamara Freeman what exists there.
Oh no, I'm more interested in the BA Bridges boys game. That's
for
more
sure.
appealing. That's more appealing.
Is BA going to be fairly solid?
I don't know. I talked to the Gonzalez boys the other night. They were kind of, they were playing coy. But they got the exchange student kid who can throw it down with two hands, which is helpful.
They were being coy.
Yeah, they were being coy to say the least. They were not giving me much. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. What they got. No Tayshaun, so that he's at Bridges. So Bridges has some juice. That'll
Bridges
be fun.
got some kids, man.
Yeah.
So like if you look at that, that's hold on, is that was like Fields' old team, isn't it?
Tayshaun and Amarion are. Yeah. Yeah.
Beaufort.
Scooted on down the road.
I was wondering about that. Would Bridges fall in that whole new charter school type of rule thing, or is that
everybody falls in that rule? That's the thing. Is it applies to all schools?
If you got somebody outside,
any out of district students out of your assigned attendance zone will count as triple. So it's gonna not just affect the charters and the privates.
Justin, how does that affect Royal Live Oaks?
I mean, any outside of their zone attendance area are going to count triple. I don't think it's going to take them out of 1A though. I think they'll stick in 1A.
They're
Yeah,
going
I
to
think
stay
the
in 1A.
Royal,
Okay,
the
that was
Royal
really
White Knights.
that was the greater what I was getting to. Is will they
I
remain
think
in
they'll
1A?
stick in 1A.
Okay.
I don't know. And anybody who tells you they know what's going to happen is lying to you unless they have access to attendance zone data from each school. Like you can't know that. So there's going to be a lot of movement. But then the other thing to remember is
I don't
that
think it's that big.
you know, if you're recruiting from outside your attendance zone a lot, then it's going to have an impact.
Right.
You only
It
have.
should.
You only have.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, but like how much? I mean, but
What's the difference in classes from 1A to 2A to 3A to 4A?
You know, I don't know enough
oh,
to
so
tell
I,
you
I'm gonna
tell
tell you
that.
flat out on the girl side. I've seen I mean, I'm just like speaking from my pseudo expertise or whatever, but like. On the girls' side, there is no difference right now between Schizo 1A and like our 3A publics and our, you know what I mean? And our 4As like Beaufort, like Cross right now can go wax Beaufort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
girls basketball, yeah.
Yeah. So now you're looking at a thing, and that's a 1A school, and now you're looking at all these other sort of things too. But across the board, it's like that. I mean, May River lost.
May River. I was gonna say, if we want to
Yeah.
do the transitive property game, Battery Creek is significantly
time,
better
man.
than May River. Like, so
Are they?
that's wild. Well, Battery Creek
May River
beat
lost to
Ridgeland, which beat May River.
Right.
So
right.
that's a bad transitive property game for May River. It's not great.
For sure.
Sophia Felix isn't playing for Battery Creek either.
But are they? But here's the thing: aren't they? I mean, are any of them better or worse than Beaufort, Whale Branch? You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, I don't think so.
Think none of the teams. I mean, as far as girls,
I think they're all about
other
the same.
than Bluffton, kind of,
Yeah, Bluffton's better, but the rest are about the same. It seems like.
Yeah, and then like obviously we discussed Hilton Head earlier, but like in general, that's what I'm saying. Like the difference between the levels of public and even low privates right now is minuscule.
Well, My point was the size
for the
of
girls.
For the
girls,
yeah.
But even still, let's say you recruit 5 of the top basketball players outside of your era. Okay, cool. Times 3, that's 15 kids. Is that really going to?
No, and that's state championships like across the board.
Right.
So like, especially in a private school setting. So like we always had this saying, and again, this is on the girls thing. Like for 1A, you need like 1.5 kids that are really, really very good or whatever. 2 kids, and it gets progressively like if you look at Christian, they've had 4 and 5 over the years,
right?
But they've really only needed 3, and they're going to do it again probably with 3 this year. Although it's interesting to see how JP2 stepping up, so that'll be fun. And Prep hasn't lost on the girls' side, so hey,
No, they lost. They lost to somebody.
Well, I don't mean that. I guess maybe not lost. I mean more like they're way over.
That's correct, Jacob.
Achieving.
Jacob is correct. They do count all students, not just athletes.
Yes, that is the way to do that.
All students that are out of attendance zone. So it's also gonna affect May River and Beaufort, and like Beaufort High has a good number of out of attendance zone students who have school choiced in from Creek or Whale Branch District, and
right.
Vice versa, because Tristan does the same.
It goes both ways. Like in a lot of the like May River and Bluffton, same thing, and so. It's crazy. What's kind of crazy about it is, in those schools, it ends up sort of coming out in the wash because it goes both ways. But now it'll impact both of them. Every kid that goes either way is a triple counter. So it's really going to have the biggest impact, I think, on the bubble.
Like those
like Beaufort's been kind of borderline 3A, 4A. If they have a number of out of district students, then they're probably going to bump up to 4A.
Yeah,
I would
think. It has those unintended consequences of the schools you don't think about that have those attendance issues or those factors of schools or of students coming over from elsewhere, and
But they were maybe going to be 4A anyway. That's
yeah, that's
the
what I was
thing.
about to
Like,
say. I was going to tag that in. I was like,
Yeah,
they were probably going to be anyway.
they
and-
were on
and
the
it-
bubble going into this year. I mean, they were on the very
Yeah.
high side of 3A this year. So
very high. Yeah, everybody kind of expected them to get bumped back up.
and then
So, yeah.
James Island, Lucy Beckman. You think they'll stay in 4A? You think they'll move to 5A? Potentially.
I would expect James Island to go up because they're charter and they're attracting students from all over. So I would think that they would probably go up. Lucy Beckham, I don't know enough about how many like Wando zone kids are going there to have any idea.
It's gonna be an
But
exciting
that
year
school's
too.
going to be 5A soon enough anyway. That school's blowing up. So
Right.
they'll be 5A, if not this time, definitely next time. So I don't.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting realignment with everything. That's
well, my
going
thought
on.
process is sometimes we don't have
Flyers.
enough. Like, I guess the big schools we don't have a 6 or 7, but I always thought it
Right.
was crazy. Like back when I was in school, I forgot
The
who
Big
it was.
16.
They split with Blythewood, and like they were already 4A.
Oh, yeah.
They split schools, and then they're still
Yeah.
both 4A schools. So how big is the school?
Well, geez, Somerville.
Yeah. Well, that's
Cane
like,
Bay split off Somerville, and they were both 5A.
Yeah, so it's like
Meanwhile,
how big is the school?
Estill and Wade Hampton combined, and they're still 2A.
Yeah.
You know, like, hold on, how many were at Estill again? Like 7?
There were like 90 kids there. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
that was it in the whole school. Like it was, not a lot of kids at all.
No, not at all.
Which makes it incredible what they did in football and basketball last year.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It was
Absolutely
insane what
ridiculous.
they did. It was like 90 to 110, somewhere in that range. It was a very small number.
If they all play, that's all that matters, man.
Cool.
Yeah, it
Gotta
was
buy in.
pretty unreal what they did. But
doubt.
well, let's shout out some varsity sponsors while we ramble. We've got DDS Web Design. They can get you a website up and running. They love to build, host, and maintain websites for small businesses and nonprofits to help them do more and think bigger. So call on Dave and Denise at ddshhi.com and tell them Loco sent you if you need a website. And the Parker Law Group, our friends who serve folks with their legal needs across Hampton, Colleton, and Jasper counties for years now. And they are now supporting us to allow us to continue to expand our coverage in those counties and shine a light on more deserving teams and student athletes around the Low Country. All right, fellas, what else you want to talk about? What we got? Want to shout out some players of the night?
Okay, we can do that.
Players of the night.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my guy. I might could use a couple of Hilton Head Prep Dolphins, but Connor Campbell was unbelievable tonight, and not just the way that he was able to produce in the scoring department, but his passing, balls handling, while Bluffton was pressing to try to get back in the game in the second half. Really calm the way he was able to come up the court, despite what Bluffton was doing, and be able to produce and really, put them over the top. He had a couple of tremendous takes to the rim and one the first half where he just glided to the bucket, and the defender was right close to him, but it didn't matter. Just really smooth ball handling and scoring right there at the rim. And he's doing a little bit of everything. He's hitting some threes. He's playing some hard-nosed D, and he's become a centerpiece of the team that is, a little bit of a different identity without a guy like Sean Cusano, but a little bit of the same how they run their offense, and a guy being in the system for a while. I mean, he's been there for at least 2-3 years now. Yeah, that's important to have a guy like that at the helm of your offense for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give a shout out. I'll go girls basketball for mine. Leah Watson for Beaufort High, man. If she could shoot, I said during the broadcast 45%, and then I realized how high 45% is for total field goal. But man, listen, if she could have hit at least like 25% maybe tonight, she would have easily been like the best player on the court, man. But the shots just weren't falling, but defensively, man, she was everywhere, man. She was getting steals. She was falling on the ground. She was breaking up passes. She was how we were talking about like Samari and Cleckley at the end of the game. That from the moment she didn't start, but from the moment she got in the game, she was touching every ball that got passed to another well-benched player, man. She was everywhere. So, but yeah, she can get some shots to fall. Reggie has a player with her.
Well, now I just got to see what her shooting percentage was tonight. If she could have shot 25%, she would have been the best player in the world. So what she shoot?
I think she made like 2 layups throughout the whole game, but she jacked up at least.
She got after it.
Yeah, there was a moment during like the second quarter where like soon as the ball touched her hands, she was up. She was Steph Curry. She was Steph. They basically ran a Steph Curry play for her. She got the ball on they inbounded it, and then they handed her the ball. She shot it from the corner, missed it, and she just ran baseline towards the other side, and they kicked it right back to her, and she shot again, and she missed it still. So they're trying to get her going. You know, maybe she's showing something in practice or something, but she just couldn't hit it during the game.
They had himself a 7th grader playing varsity minutes.
Laborde.
Yeah, Laborde. Yeah, like so. That's, I mean, she has a nice little future ahead of her if she's going to start.
Laborde.
Start getting a feel for it right now, right?
Yeah, he mentioned her as a shooter. She's a good shooter. He said she's just shy and learning all the terminology that he's been giving her in the plays and stuff.
Oh, for real.
But he put her in the last couple of seconds when they had an opportunity to try to make some shots at the buzzer, like going into halftime in the fourth quarter. So they didn't get her the ball, but I think she might have had 1 or 2 attempts on the night. But
I saw her last, I guess, in the Whale Branch game over at the Earl Campbell thing, right? So, and then she, she's a kid out there, but she's a long kid, and she's, as a 7th grade guard. So they're definitely, once she gets adjusted to the speed of it all and, maybe skills up a little, she looks like she has a pretty nice future. So that could be a good thing for Beaufort, especially if they can retain like a kid like the Riverview Charter kid over there, right?
They got to get Denson back. That's what they need.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on the girls' side, if they can get like Nia Heyward, who's at Riverview, and pair her with Laborde, then you have a backcourt for the future that makes some real sense.
Fun one.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
We're trying to get Ponce in here. Ponce had 25.
Oh, hello.
He struggled in the first half too, so I think he was looking at my camera too much.
You got to fight through it. You got to fight. You got to fight.
He fought through it. Here he comes. Ponce said he'll be home in like 45 minutes because he lives out on the sticks, but he's trying to get on from the car. See if we can get him. We got you, PJ. You're muted. There we go. We got you, Bob.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
What's up, Ponce? What's up, man? Hey, I was trying to get your attention during the game and let you know, like, hey, quit worrying about me. Relax and play ball, because I think you were a little tight early on. You were trying to press a little bit, but I guess after I left, you loosened up and got going in the second half. 25.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Tell us about it.
The game. Well, from the beginning of the week, coming off a little hard loss against May River, everybody had us down in this game, but we didn't really let the little adversity get to us. We had a little controversy on the internet back and forth with some of the Creek players. But we didn't let that get to us, and we just tried to play our game, which was, physical basketball. That's what we all about. But for my overall game, I just let it come to me. I don't really look to, I don't really look to just be the ball hog or be the main guy. I just try to get my teammates involved, and, they did a great job feeding me the ball and, allowing me to, just do what I do.
Very nice.
I like how everything was little.
Yeah.
The little adversity, the little controversy.
A little controversy on the internet. I like that. We had a little controversy on the internet.
It's little. We don't let stuff like that get to us. You know what I'm saying?
That's fast.
No, there was definitely some good-hearted trash talk happening tonight. In fact, you and Elijah had a little moment when you that was you, wasn't it? The captain.
Oh, yeah, I told him I wasn't going for that. You know, he tried to dunk on me, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't going for all that. That was crazy that he even tried that.
Yeah.
The ultimate
they,
disrespect.
they had a moment. It was cute. I liked it. It was fun. But no, it was a live environment in there, man. Really hype. I'm sure the second half was even crazier. But I mean, just how much fun was it to play in that environment tonight with the band going and you know, the crowd was really on point. And I mean, just speak a little bit to how much fun it is to play in front of a crowd like that.
It's a good environment. You know, those are games that we live for. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, it's a rivalry game, so that added more intensity to it. And, you know, our fans, you know, they with us through thick and thin, regardless of how it goes throughout the season. And we just love stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We're a real physical team, real chippy team. We like to talk trash, you know what I'm saying? But it's a part of the game. So, you know, we just try to use it to our advantage, you know what I'm saying, and get them boys' head.
Good stuff. Well, I'm excited for you guys. You know, how do you build on this moving forward as you get ready for these next few games?
All we got to do is stay focused and practice, you know what I'm saying, execution, and just trusting each other, you know what I'm saying, because we've been running with each other for a long time. Like,
oh, PJ's out in the boonies. We're losing him.
It's cutting off.
Losing him in the sticks, but
unfortunate because he's killing it.
Yeah, he is killing it. But we'll definitely talk to you again down the road, Ponce, and we'll make sure you're got a good connection when we get you on here again. But you guys got Allendale on Monday, and then Battery Creek coming back to your place next Friday, so that'll be a good one as well. So congratulations on a big night tonight and a big win for the Jags, and we'll talk to you soon, man. Yeah, I think we lost.
Yeah, he's gone.
He gone. He's in the wilds of Jasper County out there on the sticks. But no, I'm glad we could get him on because that's a kid I've enjoyed getting to know a little bit over the last couple of years, and got to see him ball tonight, and he balled out in the second half to get a big win. So that was a nice finishing touch for the show, fellas. I think that's a good place to leave it off. Loco Booster Club. We got Waffle House. You hitting up Waffle House?
That's exactly where I'm going at.
Yeah. Hey, man.
We got the heck of a title sponsor too, by the way.
Well, I mean, Javon put in work at Waffle House now. He's
they don't do any advertising, man.
Oh, that's wise. That's wise.
They don't need to.
You ever seen a Waffle House commercial?
They don't need to.
Right. Waffle House logo at a Little League game.
It's so weird, man. Like, because like for example, Sonic. Like people see that advertising everywhere where they don't have Sonics, so they think it's like something that's divine, like straight from the heavens.
Yeah.
And then they finally get it, and they're like, "Oh, it's pretty cool," I like it, or whatever. But
it's all right.
I just like the blast. The chicken nuggets are squeaky.
Yeah. I did a year at Sonic in high school. It was it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst.
So you got your little roll bounce on?
I would not know. No.
Sonic or DQ?
I was a grill cook.
Sonic or DQ?
The only thing I still won't eat at Sonic is the chili. I can't do it. I've seen it.
What's the secret? What's the secret?
Will you eat it at Wendy's?
Nah, because I've seen the chili at Sonic. Yeah, I can't. I just can't do it.
What happened? Be like the guy that gives all the fast food recipes away in his bathroom.
Yeah. We lost Ponce on Snake Road, fellas. That's what happened.
It's not so
what happened. What happened was
Snake's not too far out, man. That's right off of 170.
Snake Road will happen. Well, he told me it'd take him 45 minutes to get home, so he must. He might be out Tillman way or something. He might be out there piling something out there, but anyway, the Loco Booster Club is the Court lifestyle pros, Daniel and Debbie Court, low country natives selling the Loco lifestyle on HHI. Barefoot Floor Care of the Low Country. My guy Chris Odom will get your floors so clean that your feet will thank you. And Prime IV Hydration and Wellness, now open in Belfair Town Village. Go get you a drip, get juiced up with my guy Max. My man Dr. Ambrose Cole at Rooted Living Wellness, best chiropractor around. He'll get you feeling right. And Eagle Creations, one of the best kept secrets if you need promotional items or apparel, custom gift baskets. And finally, Jay's Barbershop, the place to be in Ridgeland. You ever get your hair cut there, Javon?
No, man, I go to my guy Marquise, dog.
You got Marquise. Yeah,
Marquise.
Well,
Marquise,
if you're looking for a guy, Jay's got some guys over there in Ridgeland, and great tacos on either side. Although I say turn left out of his door, go get the Al Pastor down that way. That's the way to go
for the tacos.
But yeah, Al Pastor tacos down in downtown Ridgeland.
Hey, man, listen, Ridgeland, out the way, man. I don't ride too much. This is traveling for these games. Tap me out, man.
Yeah, that's true. But you get to if you're in Ridgeland,
I'll travel for El Pastor.
Oh, bro, that's
okay. All right,
dude.
Delicious.
Like,
All right.
I mean,
Yeah,
when the lady's outside on the sidewalk carving the Al Pastor off the spit and making your tacos right there, like you can't beat that.
It's so good, man. You get like they have all those.
I will travel for it list is very thin.
I'll travel for some Al Pastor, especially if I get a big glass of horchata with it. Oh,
top of that list is Buc-ee's. So
Buc-ee's. No, I won't travel for Buc-ee's. I just don't pass one up either.
Listen,
it's worth the 30 minutes to get out of the parking lot just to get.
I'm contented to just drive straight on by.
What? Really? No Buc-ee's for you?
Yeah, man, it's a gas station, bro.
No, have you had that brisket though? Have you had that?
No, I'm not eating brisket out of a gas station, bro.
See, you're just gas station in it. You haven't tried it. You have to expand your horizons.
But you're not.
It's a gas station inside a Cracker Barrel, inside a Walmart.
It's the Walmart of gas stations,
with like 100 people being paid to keep it clean.
Yeah, I mean that's.
It is kind of like Publix.
I'm a huge fan of their business model, and they're great. I'm sure they're a wonderful corporation and all. It's just like, and you know what? My kids rock their stuff. Lord knows.
I mean, I'm not buying their shirts or nothing, but like
my kids are.
I'm buying some beaver nuggets, and I'm getting me a brisket sandwich, and probably getting me some beaver chips, and there's a few things I'm getting every time I go there.
It's gas station food, bro.
No, it's legit barbecue, Texas
really
barbecue.
Good barbecue, man. You see them slicing it in the back. Bro. They're yelling with the cowboy hat, man.
That brisket.
Okay.
And the bathrooms
you're selling me.
The bathrooms are the cleanest you've ever seen.
And you could get it sliced or pulled, man.
But by the time you get out of the parking lot a half hour later, it's like getting back to your car from the beach, and you're like, I'm never doing this again.
No, Justin, you're going backwards. Sort of
I like what Justin's saying. Like
we had him.
I don't really care if he ever goes to Buc-ee's though. That's the thing. Like, I'm just being real with you. Like, there's some good stuff there, but it's a hassle. It's a hassle.
No,
let's not pretend it's not.
You just gotta go.
Experience.
I have never made it in and out of there without him effing somebody. Like it's in the parking lot, like not to their face, but like in the parking lot, like it's bananas.
It's just the traffic. It's just the traffic circle, bro. So.
Yeah.
No.
And don't block the box.
No, it is not a traffic circle. It is bananas.
Listen,
and you're back to not selling me on it.
You
but
full gas station.
It's also a wonderland, bro. Like
okay.
Go once.
You've been to the truck stop. You've been to the truck stop out at at exit 8 where they have a samurai sword in the case, right? Have you been in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's attached to the to Fuzzies. They have a samurai sword for sale in there in the case, and like a big shield, like a.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I've been.
They did one time. I don't know if they still do. Somebody might have bought it, But the one time I was in there, they had it because Ian Guerin can vouch for it too. He was there and he saw it. But like Buc-ee's, it's like that, but like times 100. Like, I mean,
Bro,
just the sheer number of different kinds of beef jerky you can get is just like insane. Insane. The number of just proprietary snacks that they have there that they have nowhere else is just bananas. You can easily spend $100 and like not even know what hits you, and just on snacks, just be like, oh damn, that was crazy.
It's brisket, it's jerky, it's burritos. It's you could get
that brisket burrito, bro. That
burrito. Listen, that's what I'm saying. You could get fresh cake, brownies, peanut brittle.
And
You could
they
get
got
merchandise. And then
we've now talked about beach volleyball and
he's
talking about basketball.
He's like, man, he just went Bubba Gump.
You gotta go to Buc-ee's, man. You got all of these amenities.
You like named everything.
Let's say you don't want any of it. You still have the regular gas station on that side. Like, just go.
You gotta experience it. You gotta experience it because
at least go to the bathroom.
I'm telling you, like you know the gift shop at Cracker Barrel. It's like that times 30, plus it's like Parker's times 50, plus it's like all this under one building with like 150 gas pumps. Like it's just unreal.
So how many Buc-ee's are there? Have they just up and down the Eastern Seaboard, or where are they?
Well, no, they started in Texas, and they were exclusively in Texas for a long time, and then they started expanding westward into Alabama and Mississippi, and then Georgia, and then Florida, and then we got Florence.
They're doing a lot of push to try to get one.
That's the one I always go by. Crazy enough, is the Florence one, and
we stopped at the Florence one recently for the first time. Daytona and St. Augustine are usually our two go-tos.
Yeah, they're big tourist spots now.
We went to the our first Buc-ee's experience was we went with the Green Sea at the Buc-ee's after Beaufort beat Dillon. That thing was a sea of green.
Oh, yeah, very nice. Oh, they must have
there you go.
Listen, there was nothing but green in that Buc-ee's.
Oh, man.
Dillon's like 10 minutes away from the Buc-ee's, dog. It
was like when Nebraska used to come to Columbia and beat our ass and then go take over all our bars and restaurants.
It's Columbia, Missouri.
Football stadium, man.
Columbia, Missouri, yes. Old Big 8 days.
Speaking of them volleyball players in the football stadium, man, that's ridiculous. Nebraska.
Oh, volleyball? Yeah.
Nebraska, football stadium. That's crazy, dude.
People in Nebraska wild out for some stuff. Like there's not a lot going on in Nebraska, you know.
My
there's a lot of bugs.
Like a devout
bugs
Nebraska volleyball fan.
I mean, Omaha's chill. Lincoln was I went to Lincoln for a night to cover Mizzou basketball.
I went to Henry Dorley.
It was real cold that night. Real cold. You went to where?
Henry Dorley, the zoo.
Oh yeah,
in Omaha.
I know.
It's like rated.
I've never actually been to Omaha, but I know it's supposed to be cool.
Yeah,
I know Bright Eyes is from there, and he's cool.
Yeah, I just know when I got to Nebraska, as soon as I hit the border, started slapping my windshield with bugs.
Yeah, Nebraska. Yeah, I went there. Didn't get to go there for football. Got to go there for basketball. Would have rather gone there for football. Definitely. Basketball was cool though. They did have one of those big animatronic mascot guys, that big Cornhusker guy that bounced around like this. That thing was freaky. That thing freaked me out. You know what I'm talking about? The big inflated ones that like are like robotic.
Yeah, nah, I think you're by yourself right now.
Oh, bro, I gotta find him.
Literally, you're floating out there.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
You're listing ways to the left right now.
Justin. He's called Low. He's called Low Red, bro. He's real.
He's real.
He's real.
It's just like that lady, the lady on the airplane.
Yeah.
I know what I saw.
I know what I saw.
Look at this guy. I'm telling you, Lil Red is a trip, man. He must have traumatized me a little bit.
Oh, okay. Now, okay, I got you.
And he bounced around at the basketball games, like,
Yeah.
and he looked
I was
all
trying to
weird.
figure out how those work.
I don't know, man. I think there's a dude in there, but I'm not really
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. But I've seen someone, they do some crazy stuff. Where it's like, are you in like an airfield suit? Like you just can bounce off of stuff? Like they just like.
What are the name of the ones that? What are the name of the ones that are? Oh man, they used to do like minor league baseball games. They're those things, but they're like Mackerel Jordan and what are these guys called? The Superstars. Are you familiar with the Superstars?
Oh my god.
Nah, man.
No, man. No, I'm not.
You said baseball though. I'm not a huge baseball guy.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, they do all kinds of things, but they definitely do. All right, I'm getting some Superstars video for you. They definitely mostly do it at baseball games, it would seem. But here's a good one from here. Let's.
Will you please welcome 3 of today's very special entertainers?
Oh no!
Look at these guys. Whale Gretzky. They had one called Mackerel Jordan. Michael Jordan. Peyton Manatee.
Yes, that's Anteater Edwards.
This is the guys I was talking about. This is what I'm telling you about.
Anteater Edwards.
These things are creepy, bro. Like
Anteater Edwards is good, man. That was nice.
Anteater Edwards. Yeah,
that was sweet.
But Mackerel Jordan used to eat one of the other ones, like swallowing whole and swallowed a person whole and spit him back out without clothes on or something at the Sandats game. It was bananas. No pun intended. But yeah,
this is. I want to go to a bananas game.
This is the Superstars. Look at the Superstars. How great are they?
Chilling. Peyton, man.
I actually kind of like low-key love the Superstars. Look at this.
I wonder how do they do that part? Do they hold on to something inside and just drop?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I love them. They're so funny. I want to get in one. It looks like so much fun.
Dude, I got inside of those knocker balls where you could just put this giant ball.
Oh, those look fun too, dude.
I was playing with the Sharks, and we had practice at Hilton Head Middle, and I guess they must have left them out there or something. And at the end of practice, you just imagine football players inside of knocker balls just doing 1-on-1s.
He's just bashing his head against the glass. What do they need to represent? That's Kevin. That's Durant. Kevin Durant Eater.
Kevin Durant Eater. Oh no.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
I don't even know what we're doing anymore, boys. But
I got a hash brown bowl calling my name, man.
Yeah, you go get that hash brown bowl. I got a bed calling my name. We got Bluffton Christmas parade in the morning, though. Great, best party in town every year. It's gonna be a good time. But fun
golf
night.
Carts and mimosas, my friends.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's all it is.
Good times.
Really nice wreaths on the front of those golf carts.
There are, yeah. There will also be a lot of tow trucks that honk their horns. Many tow trucks. So many tow trucks.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
All right, guys. It was fun. But until next time, go Loco.